have some very early ideas for the Brightfleet dragons. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So we spent a little bit of the night here playtesting. Oozle just throwing ideas out a wall here for the Brightfleet dragons. And, you know, some of this seems really cool. So I wanted to do a little bit of a showcase here for some of the ideas that we were kind of messing around with here. So you could be like, oh, okay, so this is the early idea stage for the Brightfleet. So we're going to go ahead and we are actually going to start off with our dragon here. So normal or special, we get to take our Brightfleet spell and trap and either add it to our hand or our deck. Here comes the manner. Alright, so you're going to slam down that field spell. And remember, during your main phase, you can add a bestowed dragon from your deck to your hand and then discard one. Okay, well, sure, off to the races here. Go ahead and grab Shundra. Alright, we'll go ahead and pitch our Diabellstar. Now we can go ahead and want it on up. Hey, look, we get to add that on back. We're going to go ahead and pitch our Ash, and now we're going to go ahead and deploy our Diabellstar here, and go ahead and trigger on up. So you're going to get our Sinful Spoils on standby over here. Go ahead and trigger it off, and now we're getting Ash. Now remember, Ash gets the best fire monster of all of Yu-Gi-Oh! History for this deck. Go ahead and trigger, grab the Volcanic Shell, and now we have our Infinite Fodder system online. Alright, we're going to go ahead and special out the Shundra because we control our little favorite fire monster. Alright, it's the dragon. Hey, look right here. See, we did it. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and tune. It's Ancient Fairy Dragon. It was a matter of time until some sort of build or some sort of idea looked at Ancient Fairy Dragon again and went, hey, you know, this is what we can actually do. So now Ancient Fairy Dragon's going to go ahead and trigger, rotate field spell on into the Ravine. Alright, go ahead and deploy Dragon Ravine, pitch off the shell. Now we're going to go ahead and drop off our free Destrudo here. Yeah, I've seen enough to know where this is going. Pay 500 for the shell. Easy peasy. Alright, we're going to go ahead and rotate. Hey, look, it's Flamberge Dragon. Yeah, this card is actually a lot of fun in this deck because we get to replace our dragon with some volcanic shells here in a second. We're going to go ahead and AFD and deploy down our Fodra here. Now, we can get our revive just to go ahead and make our synchro. So yes, we are going to make the Lava Ball Salamander, which you just saw on synchro, get you 2 draws, and then you have to send a fire monster from your deck to your hand, which you didn't see the shell. All right, you didn't see us draw the second shell. There was no shell being drawn there. All right, we're trying to showcase the combo, not have my variants punish me. All right, so that's there was no second shell. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and discard. All right, because you know, good old salamander friend, and we're gonna go ahead and pitch our thrust. Hey, we made our requirements. We had to discard a fire and the thrust that we drew. Sure, okay, go ahead, pay our 500, go ahead and grab our shell. Oh, look at that. Easy peasy. Now, Ancient Fairy Dragon and Flamberge together make Romulus. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and stack up our effects. Flamberge Revive, grab our Dragon Ravine. Yes, we are playing multiple copies of Dragon Ravine before somebody, you just play the 2. Alright, you'll see the list here at the end to kind of see what's going on here and have an idea of some craziness that we have. So go ahead and Dragon Ravine, discard up. And yes, that is the Lava Dragon. Alright, that'll matter here in a little bit. Alright, rotate on into the Promethean Princess so we can get our revive. Alright, now we're going to revive this Lava Dragon here, which will matter in a little bit because we contribute this face-up defense position card to special summon up to 2 level 3 or lower dragon-type monsters, 1 from the hand and 1 from the graveyard. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and grab the Fodra. Now we're going to go ahead and rotate on in to this, and now you're going to see the Lava Dragon rotate on up into this and Pydra. We're going to go ahead and link summon on in to our Ambler Whale. The Sunlight Wolf is now going to go ahead and trigger, getting us back a free Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring that you saw us punt off at the very beginning of the game, which helps out here. Go ahead and Pydra Destrudo. Alright, we're going to go ahead, and now we're going to make the Brightfleet Bident Dragon on standby here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and revive on up, and then here comes your Dissipator. Yes, you actually are hard making Dissipator in this deck. Free Stepping Stones, by the way. Sinful Spoils, go ahead and shuffle on back, and we get our draw 1 into this. It's not the craziest ideas in the world behind this deck, but it feels like for most of what you're doing here, the Volcanic Shell system is supplementing you with a refresh package of, you know, infinite discard fodder for the deck. And you do see the value that the Lava Dragon actually gets you. Now, if this card actually brought back 2 level 3 dragons from the graveyard, I think that you could have actually had something a little bit more insane along the way. But this does kind of help you out getting the additional dragons filtered out of your hand onto the field, which can be pretty important. And you also do see that, like, the value you're getting off of the field spell right now does leave a little bit to be desired. But from just a very easy end board here, you know, there will be things that people will explore with this engine to give it room and for the chance to kind of showcase, hey, you know, what you can do with this is good. If anything happens to a Sinful Spoils package later in its life, you could very easily see this little dragon package being used to supplement. Also, this engine is an OTK package. What you saw here was just going first type stuff. All right, like, you know, the plays can change depending on how things are going, and that's something really big to consider. All right, we're going to pass on over so you can see what's going on in this pile. All right, so this is the early pile that you have together with, you know, 3 of each of the dragons. Once again, I think you probably are going to try to optimize and play 3 of these. You're also in like a kind of an interesting weird spot with these because, you know, the value that they get is all interesting, and it's like, do you want to maximize on them, or are we going to use this more as a segmented engine type of thing? Now, this is what I was talking about earlier. The Lava Dragon is a crazy card because you tribute this face up defense position card, special summon up to 2 level 3 or lower dragon monsters, 1 from your hand and 1 from your graveyard. Okay, well, that's free. That's fine. You're going to go ahead and, you know, typically revive 1, continue on along with your day. Typically, you'll have a second one loaded on up here, but this card actually does help out a lot along the way. You have the Destrudo, the triple Brightfleet opening with the triple Brightfleet Manor. You also have the 2 Dragon Ravine, your 1 Diabellstar, your triple Wanted, the Sinful Spoils, the Populace, the Ash, the Flamberge, your triple Ash. Of course, we have 2 Talents with your 2 Thrust. You do see the 1 Terraforming, your triple Imperm, triple Shell, and then the triple Bonfire for the free Rhoda. Like, this is actually really good. And you do see the Candle here actually getting a chance to showcase. I do find this card pretty good as well, because you can also level modify this if you need to. All right, which actually can be kind of good for this deck. Increase or decreasing, you know, also acts as a tuner. So it's also pretty important that you got to remember the fact that the tuner options that you can have for this deck actually seems kind of good at the end of the day. And then, of course, you got to have the IP, the Apo, your little SP Little Knight, the Whale, the Promethean, and the Sunlight Wolf, along with the Romulus. And then, of course, we have the Baron de Fleur, your Dispater, Curry Belt, the AFD, the Lava Ball Salamander Trident Dragon, the big level 10, and then our sub little 7 here, just to kind of help on along with the method of things for the insanity of this build. I also do want to say that, you know, maybe you don't want to play the Lava Dragon. You know, getting 1 from the hand, 1 from the graveyard might not seem super optimal, and that's fine. You know, maybe you want to mess around with ratios and try some other things. But for early thoughts, the Volcanic Shell as a bridge to assist with the Flamberge Dragon plays, I like that a lot. I think that does help out a lot of the ideas behind the deck. At least for now, we'll have to wait and see what further support we get. Maybe this engine just ends up being something that, you know, Dragon Link is going to look at, because that's the first thing I initially saw. I was like, ooh, level 4 dragon. You know, we're messing with things we shouldn't be messing around with here. Also for optimization, I mean, if you really want to cut down and play 2-2-2, you can shave the deck down to 42. the problem is I do think I want to try to have Chandra as Chandra as the extender is fine, but looking at Pydra's the one that gives you more of the value in terms of the searchability aspect of things, because, you know, seeing the field spell / seeing opening is the deck, you know, and if you're not seeing those combo lines, well, unfortunately, you're kind of going to fall to the wayside there. So some things for you to kind of consider when you're looking at this deck, but I like what we're seeing here. So please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Peace. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.